There we go. And this is where we send Pretzel off on its own. So we all logged on this morning in the usual way. Alright, so we all logged on in the usual way. I've decided to ditch my fairly expensive ship and go for an Imperial cutter, which is very fast. Still needs to be faster, but yeah. We all logged on to this.
To all humankind, this is salvation. Future generations will remember our triumph today. The Thargoid threat, consigned to the past.
With my guidance, Azimuth has constructed
The means to destroy our enemy. My final gift, born from a century of sacrifice. The Proteus Wave. Our victory is delivered in this moment. Humanity's next great chapter begins now.
Proteus Wave is online, Commodore Halloran. Surface site readings are stable.
Initiate countdown sequence.
20, 19, 18.
Multiple Thargoid interceptors approaching. Just a few more seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Proteus Wave has been successfully deployed.
Analyzing Thargoid vessels. No life signs. And the rest of the Thargoid fleet? Similar reports from across the system. They're shutting down. We finally did it.
I'm picking up an energy surge near... No, from the Proteus Wave site. Thargoid markers, but amplified past anything I
Shut
see.
the weapon down! Now!
Unestablished...
Warning. Thrusters offline.
What just happened? Report!
The Thargoids! They're alive!
Controls are not responsive! All systems offline! Engineering! We need power! Now! All crew! Brace for impact!
So the player base is fairly convinced at this point that they just awoke Mummy. And there's going to be Titan motherships that are coming out, like, very soon. I am hoping that it's a little more nuanced than just Thargoid has bigger ship, but see how that goes. Oh dear. Alright. So we are at Milroy Vision in the Colabieti system, which is one jump over from HIP, the particular HIP system that where all the Thargoids are. Right now, I'm pretty much just outfit for human combat because, quite frankly, I'm not gonna. Thargoids are not going to. They're just gonna eat right through the ship. It doesn't matter what I do. So at this point, we are going to be trying to look for Thargoid. What do we need? We need Thargoid sensor. A little loud. Have that volume. Okay, there we go. It's a little better anyway. So at this point, we need to be able to find the various locations, which will have Thargoid sensors. Yeah, of course. Hey, Jungle. Oh no, a Proteus wave failed. yeah, zero surprises coming from me. I need to figure out where to get a resistant cargo rack, because I have not done any of this stuff. Yup. It was a successful firing at first. Yeah, the resistant cargo racks. Maya. Ugh, such a long way. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Really? Apparently I need one that's fast. Charging faster.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so I don't know where you particularly are, but I'm on the side of this was probably a huge mistake in the first place. And, you know, they were never actually attacking, like, they didn't attack human settlements, they went after human settlements that were in their systems. So,
Fuel scoping.
there were some interesting discussions to be had nonetheless.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
Alright, wave off, wave off.
Fuel scope disengaged. Warning. Temperature critical. System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three,
that anyway.
Frameshift drive charging.
Couldn't actually see what type of star this was. Missed that completely. Oh well. So Tungle, if you are still in, apologies, I didn't really get into it. My name is Obi-Wan Pez. This is N-Simplex Pachinko, my home for all things mathematical, and we do games as well as having a math stream once a week. Tonight was going to be just pure math stream, but Elite came out with the update, so we also decided that we were going to split the stream and do at least some playing around the galaxy. Unfortunately, as I said, hey, well, thank you for the follow.
Taking heat damage.
So, yeah, there was all sorts of Elite stuff tonight, so I had to at least play it a little bit.
Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage.
Oh, good. Oh, that's a lie.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Hull breach detector is lying.
Warning. Temperature critical.
I don't really need that super curse assist anyway. That's all good. Alright, well, thank you. I do teach at a 2-year college in the Mid-Atlantic region of the United States, and use those skills to attempt to
System scan complete.
do some math stuff online
Frameshift drive charging.
right here on Twitch.
System scan complete.
Alright.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Next jump we're going to tell, or try to figure out how many more jumps we got. It's probably somewhere on the edge of like 20. Maybe more like 15, but
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
never mind that. Something like that. Oh no, only 4. Wow.
Scoop disengaged.
I do not have a good sense of how far things are apart.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, I guess that's a good news. Piece of good news then. So I am much more of the mind, as I said before, like, we didn't really do anything,
Temperature
or
critical.
they didn't really do anything, so generally speaking, I would like to be able to come up with a way to communicate with the Thargoids and be like, hey, so,
Warning. Taking heat damage.
this whole, like, territorial dispute that we've got going on, can we figure out how to resolve this? Yeah. Oh well. That's enough fuel anyway. Or like, if we could take out a, bunch of Guardian things, which are the things that they're actually after. Show them that, like, we're willing to give them Guardian tech and work with them. Then, because they seem to be interested in destroying it. Now, some, like Brother Sabathius, would be probably interested in saying, like, oh, well, that's only because they got, their clocks cleaned by the Guardians last time. And, yeah, okay, maybe. But at the same time, it could also be that, the Guardian AI is going to wake up if we put too much of it in one place. So that's actually what I was convinced was going to happen today, was that the Guardian AI was going to wake up, and then we'd all be screwed, and then everybody who was like, we gotta fight the Thargoids, would now be like, oh no.
System scan complete.
But didn't play out that way, so
Frameshift drive charging.
what can you do? Well, I've got that take mostly from Malik. So, I think that's right. Yep. So Malik is a guy who used to be in the Air Force and, like, has gone really deep into the lore for Elite Dangerous. And so I kind of latched onto some of the theories that he had, and then, like, started developing a little bit of my own, but he's kind of the guy that I would credit. Okay. He's kind of the guy I would credit with most of that information. Nah. It's not doing much there. Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
He also said that he was slightly disappointed with some of the earlier community goals, one of which was to, like, essentially, because as a direct consequence of player action, a terrorist organization got their hands on a nuclear weapon. And he was like, you guys missed a golden opportunity here to, like, literally bomb the,
System scan complete.
like, this one player,
Warning. Temperature critical.
like, this one player area. You could have done this. And you could have had, like, because of your actions, the terrorist organization got their hands on a nuclear weapon and then bombed your station. that there wasn't a little bit more consequence to their action. Alright, hang on one sec.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright. Obsidian. So Malik's take on that is that like they missed this golden opportunity, and had they taken that path, had Frontier taken that path, it would have been obvious to the players that like, hey, community goals actually matter now, so maybe you ought to pay attention. Rather than just, I'm going to take whatever's going to get me the most money or the coolest weapon or whatever. Because if there had been some sort of mechanic whereby like we could have been turning in Guardian Tech to the Thargoids this entire time, I would have taken it. Even if it didn't reward me. Like, it rewarded me with not being murdered. Right, but it wouldn't have been direct. Like, there would have been a community goal to rebuild. You know, get everybody off. We had one of those when the Thargoids started attacking stuff. You know, get everybody out. And then there was the community goals for, like, rebuilding the stations. You know, they could have done that. They could have done that for the, you know, terrorist attack. So, I don't know. I like his take on things. Yeah, alright. I like his take on things, and, you know, being somebody who had been in the military, like, kind of lends credence to at least some of his thinking in terms of, like, you know, strategic ideas. That's fine. We'll buff out. Oh man. I'm not used to small ships. Hmm. Allegedly a molecular chemist. And Leah Tantaga. Supposed to be around here. Hmm. No. Yeah, my on-foot stuff is kind of laggy because I'm running a ancient ATI system.
If you want to help the good guys get even and earn a few credits, interested in a job? I'm looking for the right person. If you don't mind doing a little light retrospect. We welcome you to this war and hope you enjoy your visit.
Well, that's annoying. Hope I didn't come all this way for nothing. Independent group. Alright, we're in 3308. This is all dated 3302, so that's not helpful. Grr. Well, that is frustrating. I think I need to figure out.
If you want to help the good guys get even and earn a few weapons up, if I don't have it, it's not worth having.
Oh, grade 1.
I'll be here if you change your mind.
a trustworthy courier, and I need them now.
Ugh. Alright. Alright. It has regards. So there are 2 locations. Arquay. Really? Really? That's like back where I came from. Cool. And Shenve. Witchhead. Yeah. Man. Well, should have looked that up. Right. On the other hand, alright, so the other one here, the only other thing that I can do is find a tech broker and unlock all the stuff. Also really far, close to Witchhead. Tech broker list. There we go. Oof. 99 light years. That seems appropriate. Oh, screw that. Hip 22460. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's the bombed system, so that's not gonna work. Harugi? It's 200 light years from here. Yeah, that's doable. Alright. Ten jumps. Just out of curiosity, what's my other ship here? Because I completely forgot. Current Vulture. Yeah, okay. Well, welcome to the craziness that is my particular stream. This is absolute insanity. I mean, it's never different. Cool.
Warning, temperature critical.
Yeah.
Warning, taking heat damage. Fuel scooping complete.
There we go. Full up anyway. Well,
System scan complete.
this ended up being a lot less of what I intended, and a lot more of what I just normally do anyway, which is mostly
Drive charging.
faffing about and doing exploration. Oh well.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I do believe that most of the people that I tend to send Elite Dangerous streams off to for raiding probably are either not on yet.
System scan complete.
Or already done for the night because they were on all day. Zero's on. Michelle Jean is on. You know what? Let's do Miss Michelle Jean. So she is a streamer who's been on a while, doing VTube lately, and we'll raid out to see her channel. So hopefully she's doing a little bit more interesting type stuff. Apologies. Anyway, hope you all have a good night. And we'll be doing more math stuff next Wednesday, more possibly BGS, or if I finally get this thing working, more actual Thargoid stuff on Friday. And for right now, this is Obi-Wan Pez for Ensign Blake Spachenko. Have a good night.